Actiony, actiony, actiony. America's the best country in the whole world. Action, action, action. Interceptor, released in 2022 and is directed by Matthew Riley, who made his feature-length directorial debut with this movie. And this film is starring Lisa Pataki and Luke Bracey and Chris Hemsworth. Probably the best parts of the movie were the random shots of kind of a mixture of his character from Ghostbusters and the Fat Thor character with the hair and the glasses and the beard. Just randomly interjects in here as he's watching the TV and the terrorists are threatening to shoot the nuclear missiles, and he's just there like, no man, we gotta take him out. Chris Hemsworth is so cool for doing that. He's just popping up in here. It's so random, so weird, but it's so cool. And the reason why we're talking about Interceptor today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor and supporter of this channel, Dr. Camp. Once again, thank you very much for your recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out just like what I did with Dr. Camp here. Captain J.J. Collins is reassigned to one of 2 interceptor stations on the planet that prevent nuclear missiles from reaching America from Russia. And on the first day back, one of the interceptor stations is completely taken over, and while she's on the bridge, the infiltrators infiltrate the interceptor. So now it's up to Captain Collins and her surviving members of her team to keep control over the interceptor in order to save America and probably the world. This is definitely following the trope of a Netflix-produced film that looks very rushed and very easy to make and simple sets with these grandiose ideas that we kind of see play out towards the end of the movie, but the majority of it is kept contained to this small little environment, which is this bridge on this interceptor station in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So no one's around for an hour and a half, SWAT teams can't get out there, SEAL teams can't get out there. This is just about Captain J.J. Collins, who is the one woman who can do the thing to stop the thing to save the thing. Lisa Pataki, she plays our main protagonist, and I think she does a pretty damn good job in what she is given. She has moments in here where she has to do the monkey bars that you played with when you were in kindergarten at recess. Well, one of her arms is shot, so she can't use that one, so she has to do it all with one arm, which is pretty freaking badass. And if that was actually her doing that, I mean, fuck yeah, brah. Her acting ability and her line delivery, though, is very deliberate. The dialogue that she's reciting at many times, at many points, does not sound natural, and I don't know if that's because of the accent that she has and the struggling with the English language that she was trying to deliver here. But again, I think she does a good job with what she's given. And Luke Bracey plays the main terrorist who's trying to take over the bridge, and there are these 2 doors that are separating the hallway and the bridge of this interceptor station. And there's just this small little panel window that he can look through to see her and to talk to her and to threaten her and say like, hey, you know, if you let me in, I'll give you money and maybe you'll live. But there are also points in here where he's just staring through the window at her, just creepishly. And maybe it's a scare tactic, or he's trying to just show his position of dominance and power. But he also has his 2 workers with the bolt cutters, and he's cutting through the big door, and it's taking like 30 to 60 minutes. But I'm just like, dude, get out of the fucking way. Stop being creepy and let your people do their job. You're getting in their way. They can't move around you. Could you move, please, sir? Again, terrorism and evil and need to look cool, badass and evil stuff. I feel like if this movie came out in the 80s or the 90s, this would have been received a lot better, at least on my part, because this is what Steven Seagal does, right? This is what Bruce Willis and Keanu Reeves, and this is what Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone do. But I think it's just because I'm much older now, and there's so much shit about this country that you kind of see like, yeah, you can see why someone would want to shoot missiles at it. Yeah, I get it. I understand. But this movie doesn't have that cynical and progressive and realistic thoughts about the world and this country. This movie has a very simplified, very childish view on America and just how fucking great it is. And it's the greatest country in the world. You have some of the evil terrorists who are like, no, it's not my America anymore because we let them in. We left them across the border. So I feel like this script existed for a while, but then it's 2022 and all this shit that happened over the last several years with hate crimes on the rise and Black Lives Matter and the Me Too movement, that this movie felt to shoehorn all of those ideas into this and make the terrorists all of those evil things. So you have people in here who are sexually assaulting people verbally and making racist comments, and you go, what? Where the fuck did that stuff come from? There's a point in here where Collins is tied up and one of the guys is being so freaking creepy to her and calling her all these baby names. And she's listing through, don't ever call a woman honey or babe or darling. I'm like, really? Oh, shit. Call my wife honey all the time. That's actually the main name I use for her. It's rare that I actually use her actual name of Tammy. I use honey. But apparently, according to Captain Collins, who in this movie's a fucking American hero, apparently that's a bad thing. And because I do that, I'm probably a bad person. I may be a terrorist. Oh my god! It's just silly, simple logic like that, where it's, America is great, and if you don't think so, you can get the F out. We also have the standard, very clearly CGI green screen effects that Netflix is known for. You just look at this movie and you go like, yep, this is a Netflix movie. And yes, Netflix is a great streaming service. Like, they've provided so much entertainment and revolutionized the whole entertainment business, the entertainment model as a whole, but the quality of their movie division is pretty much the same, and it's very lackluster in my opinion. Best thing going for this movie, though, are all those just little short 2-second cameos from Chris Hemsworth. Those were the best. I'm going to give Interceptor 2 out of 5 Blu-ray. So guys, if you've seen Interceptor, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.